right, folks. Tonight we have a friend of mine from north of Edmonton. Is it northwest or northeast of Edmonton?
North.
What's the town called, Marvic?
Westlock.
Westlock. Marvic
Yeah.
is a good friend of mine. We've been chatting for a while, and of course, every one of us would go through situations where we're not getting young anymore. You could see from us. Marvic is a good friend of mine and from a friend of a friend, and we became good friends and we started chatting in our group. For those who probably know me, you would know that some of you would know that I've been suffering from uh, a really, really painful, debilitating illness. It's spinal stenosis. It causes severe back pain. And I was introduced to this machine, and likewise, I was able, and a friend of mine was able to introduce this to Marvic. And Marvic, tell us about yourself and your family in Edmonton or north of Edmonton, Westlock.
Yeah. Good afternoon, good evening, and good morning to each and every one of you guys there. I'm Marvic Alejo. I'm originated from the Philippines as well. I am from Las Piñas, and we've been here in Canada for 15 years. So I've met Dr. Bunny and some of companies that we've been working with a couple years ago. And yes, I got involved with this Prive International because of the magic one that they called. And the first thing, it was introduced to me last December of last year. I was just skeptical of what's going on, what it is, and if you want something to do for yourself, invest. That is one thing that we can do. What do I mean by that? Eat, eat good. Put the best supplements or put the best things for your health because always health is wealth. Um, so when they were trying to introduce this to me and send me a lot of materials about this magic one that we call or they call, I got really interested on this because of what we are getting out from our work on a daily basis. So I was told that it will be good for pain, which I really did experience that. Uh, the relief from pain, I did experience that using this machine. So, but not only that, what really inspired me most right now is what to my wife. We actually do this every day, every night. That's how we religiously do it. Without this,
Wow.
feels
Really?
like feels like the day is not complete without blowing each other kind of thing. It's
Using the one,
it's
using iTeraCare. Wow.
using the iTeraCare one. So she will blow me first because if I will blow her first, I won't be blown. She will fall asleep.
Yeah, that's
that's that's the first. That's the thing that we really had experience. It was a very very nice sleep. Um, Now, actually, I had my machine last January of 2023.
mhm.
On the very first day that I received it, as I've said, I was really skeptical and what I've read about the product. I've tried it. We were actually taking some food supplements, and I tried the energized water in addition to the food supplement that we were taking. And it was really not amazed for the first time, but the effect was just doubled. They said that why do you take energized water when you go to sleep? Definitely, we were awake the whole night.
Wow.
So it's different. So, but then my wife said, "No, we cannot do this." So what we did the following day is, yeah, Dr. Bani has assisted me of all those write-ups, all those things, how to use the machine. So I tried to use it. I tried to follow the things that it was sent to me, and it was a good. experience for my wife because she's been experiencing coughing, especially when she's so tired
Hmm.
at work, and it is very recurring to her. Before we've been using that, she would even have almost 2-3 weeks of cough because she's working on a refrigerated area preparing salads for our store. So on the very first few days that I've used it to her, we've seen the drastic change of her cough, and it's slowly subsided, and until such time that she would even ask for it. Unlike before, she was still skeptical because there's no such thing as instant effect. It would take time.
Hmm.
It will really take time. Because some people wants that, oh, you told me that it would have an effect after 5 minutes or 10 minutes of I'll be using this machine, but no, because we've been using our body for the longest time, so it
Of
won't
course.
really heal that fast.
Yeah.
So that's what I've learned from this, and for me, it's myself too. I've been working in a grocery department, especially putting up stocks, orderings, and everything. So we've been carrying a lot of stuff every single day. So because of what Doc Bunny said, we don't get younger anymore. So we could have those back pains
Hmm.
and stiffness of the body. But when I've started using this, as as I've said, we do it routinarily now. It eases up all the pains, and you are rejuvenated the following day. Plus the fact that we are also still doing our food supplements as well. You
Yeah.
cannot go with good food, putting up your body, but this machine would trigger it and help it out and enhance the absorbability of the good nutrients to your body. So those are the things that I've seen and I've observed about this machine. And lately, I went to a very what do you call this? I experimented myself because we bought a stationary bicycle,
Uh-huh.
and I've tried it. I thought I was still young and do it on the very second to the highest level.
Wow.
And unfortunately, I think I overworked my knees. So
Whoa.
this is the one that actually made me stand still. The one we're using the classic. I actually have it on my front.
Uh-huh.
This is what I'm using now to
Uh-huh.
ease up the pain and to loosen up my joints. I'm blowing this every night,
Wow. This is
which really, really, really helps.
wow. That's a,
So those are the things that we have, and I hope we will have more experiences here. And hopefully, the next couple of weeks, I will have my general checkup, which we needed to do that,
mhm.
and see how it does to me because I have a prostate history in my family.
Mhm.
I have diabetes in my family, and it's a trademark of the Filipinos, high blood pressure.
That's
So
right. Yeah.
I almost have collected everything. So if this would be at least on the median, I would definitely recommend this to each and every one of you. But as I've said, it's nice to have one in your
That's
family.
that's right.
It would help out you to be away from the doctor, and at least you will be protected at the same time using your own initiative to do and take care of your body.
That's
Thank
right.
you so much, Doc Bunny.
Yeah, no problem. In fact, thank you for sharing your thoughts and your experience with me. In fact, there's always a saying that prevention is better than cure, and we have
Yeah.
the tool now. Uh, we're getting a lot of buzz around the world now about this machine, the iTeraCare. In fact, I for one, I felt it on the first and second therapy. Having a severe back pain due to spinal stenosis is not a joke. It's painful. It's debilitating. Now, one time you were telling me about a story about the water. Could you tell us about it?
Oh yeah, I forgot the water.
Yeah,
Okay.
the water, the energized
The
water.
water. I used to drink those energy drinks
Right.
before
Yeah.
to just to sustain myself at work. As I've said, it's a very fast-paced job. So what I did is that's the one that I am drinking. I blow my water in the evening or early in the morning, and that would be my water the whole day. and you would really feel the difference without drinking that water and drinking the water that is blown by the iTeraCare one. I've tried experimenting myself. So the first time when I did it, I thought I was just being, excited about what the outcome of drinking the blown water by the iTeraCare. So that was what you call adrenaline rush. But
That's right.
that was the very first day. So I tried not to have it the following day, and you will really see the difference.
Wow, that's
Uh, it was I think it's hard to be saying that I did never felt anything when the very first time. I was just, as I've said, being skeptical. You have a lot of questions on your mind, but
of course,
when you are skeptical, you do some experimentations on
of
yourself,
course.
which I did, and yeah, it's really really different. Let's say if I drink the water uh, in the middle of my shift because you're getting tired already, and you would really feel something just charged on your body, and at the same time you will sweat out.
Uh huh.
So that's the nice thing about it. You would sweat out and you would feel it. And again, another thing that good about this machine is I'm a person with a nice belly, so I does that in the evening. I blow my belly in the evening, and I've seen the difference in my daily movement. What I really felt about that is you have a better movement, especially when you have the water inside of you and you blow your body with the iTeraCare one. It's different. So it feels like it lightens up, or the weight. You
Uh
feel
huh.
lighter.
Uh
That's
huh.
the nice thing about drinking the water plus blowing yourself with the iTeraCare one.
In fact, they were saying, well, I've been reading a lot and watching videos presented by our chief training officer, Nathan Domicilio, that a lot of women are doing this, blowing their belly with the Etericare One in the morning and in the evening. Some of them lose weight. In fact, it does, because what it does, if you have a good, proper bowel movement, it actually takes away the toxins and eliminates some of those stuff that's not needed anymore. And
Hmm.
quite a bit grows, but again, we're talking about health healer and wellness, but we have to take them out. And in fact, those are heavy luggages that's inside us. In fact, I for one, I'm guilty of that. I need to do that, just like what you're doing. There's a lot of things there that you know I'm still learning so many things, even though, by the way, you're calling me Doc Bunny. In fact, I'm not a medical doctor. I'm an animal doctor, but thank you. Thank you for at least recognizing my medical background. But again, for those who are watching us right now, I'm not a medical doctor. I'm an animal doctor, which I still have the medical background, going to physiology and all that stuff, all the logies and all that. Um, what could you say, Marvic, for those who are on the sideline that might be watching us and those who will be watching this?
Oh, yeah. You know what? Nowadays, if you just have one what do you call this? One route of doing incomes and everything. This one would definitely be a nice sideline, or because you should be always compensated with something that you do in some other ways.
Correct.
For example, this is I've learned a lot of. I've learned from marketing and sales, because I've used to be in sales too in the Philippines.
That's right.
If you try to say something to a friend and they patronize that, do you think you got something out of it? No. Just for example, McDonald's is so good for instant food and everything, which everybody would go, and that's a free advertising. But if you try to share this to your friends, and you just said that I just wanted the unit, I just wanted to have it for my family. Well, the company I've heard that they are compensating those people who's trying to share it to somebody. So I encourage you to look on to the better side of it, not only having a good
Mhm.
health,
Mhm.
but maybe an additional income to your family. Who knows?
That's right. That's
If you
right.
have one or two or three, and then it would increase, or it would be scattered on your place. What if you something $5, $10, $20 come to your pocket not knowingly? So
That's
it
right.
is really promising. It might not be a very big money right now, but who knows?
Of course. In fact, we not only benefited from the health perspective, because that's the number one goal is to make ourselves healthy. Again, there's always a disclaimer that if you have medical issues or anything like that, we're not saying of anything that this will actually make you better or make you healthy. But again, you have to check with your physicians and doctors. Our opinions are just by ourselves. It's our own opinion, and this is what we've experienced, and we're just sharing this. We always make use of that disclaimer because right now we're on the bus. There's a
Yep.
buzzing going on with other people that are watching us that we don't want them thinking that of the negative connotations that we're selling anything that's not legal or anything. But anyway, so going back to that, thank you so much for sharing your insights. And um, I forgot another question is, what would you say to those people that are hurting right now physically, aches and pains, that still on the other side, they're still thinking, is this is this too good to be true, or is this really true, or what?
Okay. Well, you know what? If there is somebody who actually has one in your area and you've heard about it, and maybe he already has tried to share it to you, there's no harm in trying it. Ask them if they could at least, show them, or you could at least actually feel what we are talking about, and then see it from there. There's nothing wrong trying it. It's it probably is more difficult if you will be on the end end of the game kind of thing with your pains that nobody could even medicine couldn't resolve it.
Mhm.
As you have said a while ago, the remedy is always better than cure.
That's
So if you have means to at least put you away from surgery, too much medications for yourself, why not try? Nothing
that's
to
right.
lose.
That's
Yeah,
right.
nothing's
You
to
also
lose.
you also mentioned about your son who had a surgery. Yeah, could you share that with us as well?
Okay. By the way, my son had a surgery way back February 3rd of this year. He hurt himself during a ball game, and his knee was diagnosed with meniscus tendon, whatever. I'm not
Yeah.
really a
Hmm.
doctor, whatever.
Hmm.
But what layman's term, when they describe it to us, there is actually an elastic tendon in between your knee,
Correct.
which snapped.
That's
So he
painful.
went to, yeah, it got
That's painful.
just like an elastic bandage that cut it into two pieces.
That's right.
So they tried to sew it together, and after the surgery, he acquired a few hematoma in his legs.
Uh-huh.
So when the very first night that I tried blowing this one on that operated area, not directly from those operations, just the area. Uh, I've seen the drastic change of those hematoma.
Wow.
I've seen it in couple of therapy that I did to him, and not even every day. I did it the first day. I've seen already the drastic change. It fade away a little bit, and then on the third and on the second and the third time that I tried it, it disappeared. So I mean,
That's
maybe it was
amazing.
a coincidental, but it was nice. I was really amazed to that. That's why I really did that to him. Um, as much as I can and as much as we have time, because he cannot just rely on this, because he still needs to be on a cold compress
Uh-huh.
treatment. So cold compress and hot won't really go together.
Uh-huh.
But on the very first night that I did it to him, because he was still on a pain med, That very first night, he never took any single pill of pain med, which he was amazed and he slept better compared to the previous days that I wasn't doing it to him because I was really. I even asked Doc Manny about it. Could I do it? As he
Uh-huh.
said to me,
I remember that. Uh-huh.
as long as you won't blow it directly to the operated area, I think we it is possible. So I tried, and I got a very nice result. So thank you so much
Oh yeah.
for giving me that idea, Doc.
Oh, it's a pleasure. It's a pleasure for me to help. My intention is really to help. Reward would come next, but it's always our intention is to help our
Yeah,
friends who are in need, especially with physical need. Pain is pain, and you cannot take that away from anyone who's suffering
no,
from pain. I for one, trust me and believe me, pain is not fun. It actually mentally would affect you. You would have anxiety and depression wherein I was able to go through, which is not nice. But thank you so much for your time with me, Marvic. I really do appreciate it. And for those who are watching us, would probably be thinking, what these two guys are talking about, but what we're just doing here is just sharing our experience. Again, there's a disclaimer. I, for one, I'm just an animal doctor and a friend of mine. We're not bringing anything here with any suggestions on health and what to do about it, but we're just sharing our experience about what we've seen with iTeraCare One. And thank you so much, Marvic, and God bless you. And continue doing what you're doing to keep yourself healthy and your family. God bless.
thank you so much. It's my pleasure. It's my pleasure.